Good evening. We're back with more Marvel Champions. And this evening we'll be playing Rocket Raccoon versus Drang on expert difficulty, the first scenario of the Galaxy's Most Wanted campaign. Groot didn't do very well, which was predictable. We'll be trying out Leadership Rocket Raccoon. I don't think he's very strong in solo either. I think he's stronger than Groot though. We'll see how he does. We've got the Milano ship, we've got Drang and Drang's spear, and we've got to, for part of the setup, we also need to put the Badoon Blitz side quest into play. On the expert side, which is 3 threat plus 4 threat for the hinder. And then we also need the Badoon Headhunter shuffled into the deck. Okay, so let's get the deck shuffled and draw a hand, and we'll get started. Which of these do I want to keep? Probably not United We Stand right away. Power on All of Us ×2 along with Nick Fury could be good. Don't think I need reload right away. So let's get started. We don't need Rocket Raccoon's alter ego ability yet. We can go Power in All of Us ×2 for Nick Fury and draw 3. We can go Quinjet for Rocket's pistol. I think Power of Leadership, Rocket Launcher, Schadenfreude for Goliath. And then we can use the pistol for 2 damage. Use Goliath, thwart for 2. Nick Fury, thwart for 2. No, we'll leave that. We'll thwart for 2 off of the Blitz. We'll flip to Hero side and thwart for 2, and we'll use the Milano to thwart for 3 on Terrestrial Invasion, which it can do using the first player action. And then we'll draw 5. And ready up. So we got 2 threat per round, +1 for Badoon Blitz. And then we got an attack from Drang on Nick Fury, and we got the charge up ability on the Badoon ship. If it gets to 4, it deals 2 indirect damage. So we got an attack for 4 against Nick Fury, 5, 6, 7, no problem. And then we've got an encounter card coming, which is Badoon Grunt. After he engages you, if there are no other minions engaged with you, deal yourself 1 face down encounter card. I think we're still in the revealing encounter card phase, so discard an upgrade or support you control. That's going to have to be Rocket's pistol, because Milano is permanent. So, on to the hero phase. We can go Genius plus United We Stand for Hawkeye. I'd love to play Cybernetic Skeleton, but I don't have the resources. I do want to get Hawkeye out. We'll just use Goliath to thwart. So I've got to choose and discard 1 card from hand. So that Badoon Blitz will go to the victory display. I'll discard I've Got a Plan. Then we'll use Rocket and Hawkeye to take out the Badoon Grunt. And we'll use the Milano. Or actually, if I use the Milano to generate a resource, then I can get Cybernetic Skeleton out. That'll give Rocket 2 HP. So then he can take out the Badoon Grunt, and Hawkeye can thwart for 1. That's a better way to do that, because then Badoon Blitz doesn't discard anything. Still use Goliath to deal with Badoon Blitz. So we'll draw 5. And we got 2 threat on the main scheme, 1 charge counter, and then we got an attack incoming. I think we'll just face tank that for 5. And then we got 1 encounter card, which is Cannonade. It has Hinder 3, so a total of 4 threat placed there. And it has a plus boost icon on it, so anytime that an encounter card, a boost card comes out, it gets +1 boost. So what do we want to do for the hero phase? Go Power of Leadership for rapid response. Are there any allies here that I might want to play? Only Nick Fury. And I don't have the resources to do that unless I use Milano. I think I will. Go make the call, go 1, 2, 3, 4, and play Nick Fury. And we'll draw 3. We can use Salvage to play Quinjet. So we can look for a tech upgrade and place it on top of the deck. And we'll go ahead and thwart for 2 with Fury, thwart for 2 with Goliath, thwart for 1 with Hawkeye, and thwart for 2 with Rocket. And we'll throw away the Quinjet and draw 5. We're set up pretty well here. 2 threat, 1 charge, 1 attack on Nick Fury. If this activation is an attack, the attack gains overkill, piercing, and ranged. So the attack is for 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, thanks to the overkill. And we got 1 encounter card, and that is Badoon Warlord, which will take 2 damage from Hawkeye. Okay, so 1 token on Quinjet, 1 Rocket's pistol, 1 battery pack, and 1 stinger. We'll attack with Rocket for 2 thanks to Cyberkinetic Skeleton. We'll use Rocket's pistol for 2. We'll use Stinger to thwart for 1. And we'll draw 5. Starting to get set up here. Threat 2. Boss attack. Actually, we got first 1 charge token, which means 2 damage, which will go on Rocket. And then an attack. And then an encounter card. Badoon Lieutenant. While this minion is engaged, you cannot thwart the main scheme. And he can take 6 damage. Okay, we can get out Groot or Mockingbird. Probably need Groots to attack. We'll go 1, 2, 3 for Groot. Forgot to snipe the Lieutenant with Hawkeye. 2 attack. Rocket attacks for 2. Then we can thwart for 3. Could give Rocket +1 thwart, but I really like that stun. We'll just go 2 damage from the pistol. Should be 2 tokens on Quinjet, and then we'll just draw 3. Drew Particle Cannon, that's a big damager. So 1, 2, One attack from Drang. If this activation is an attack, it is. So that's going to gain overkill, piercing, and range. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's a defeat. Well, I could have stunned the boss. I could have been less greedy and flipped to Alter Ego to heal up. We were set up for a win. We'll try it again. Okay, we just need the Badoon Headhunter. I'm pretty sure that I forgot all about Rocket's hero ability in that game and didn't draw a card when he overkilled something. I don't know if that came into play or not. But anyway, try again. I may keep Helicarrier. Throw away everything else. Not sure if I should have kept Battery Pack there or not. So let's get started. Let's go 1, 2, and 3 for Helicarrier. And we'll go 1, 2, 3 for Particle Cannon. No, I don't really like that. I think I need a chump blocker as often as possible. So we'll flip to Rocket, thwart for 2, thwart for 1, thwart for 3, and then we'll draw 4. So 2 threat plus 1 for Badoon Blitz is 3. 1 attack from Drang. 1 encounter card. Badoon Assassin. After he engages your hero, attacks you with +2 attacks. 1, 2, 3. Hawkeye would be very good against those. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4 for Goliath. We'll use Rocket to attack. The Badoon Assassin. We'll use the Milano to thwart. We'll use Goliath to deal with Badoon Blitz, and we'll draw 4. So 2 threat and 1 charge and 1 attack. It's probably going to have to face tank it. And it's for 7, so we'll reset. Well, this is part of the learning curve of playing with Rocket. He is fragile. And we got to take that into account. Oh, I forgot. Drang has Stalwart, so he can't be stunned or confused. I'm gonna drop. I actually like most of this. Maybe not the Power in All of Us. Oh, just got one right back. Alright. So let's go Power in All of Us, or Power of Leadership, Power in All of Us, and Stinger to play Goliath. No, I actually think I need Stinger. Let's do that for 4. And I really want both of those cards. I'll have Rocket face tank for this round. We'll flip. We'll go 2, 2, 3, and draw 3. So 1, 2, 3 threat, 1 attack, which will face tank for 1, 2, 3, 4. Not bad. And we got 1 charge, and then we got 1 encounter card, which is Blockade. Okay, so what do I want to do here? Ironheart to play Stinger. Quinjet Spider-Man to play Cyberkinetic Skeleton. +3 hit points. Go Milano plus Stinger. Clear. Blockade. Milano can reduce threat on the main scheme. Goliath can. And Stinger can clear Badoon Blitz. Send it off to the victory display. And we'll have Rocket Thwart on Blockade. Okay, 2 threat, 1 attack, 1 charge, 1 encounter card. Badoon Engineer. After he engages you or activates against you, resolve the charge up ability. Okay, so we can go get rid of reload for Blast Rocket's pistol. Rid of... I'm going to use Make the Call to get Stinger back using another reload. And we'll go 1, 2, and 3. Or do I want to overkill and draw a card? Yeah, I think I want to overkill and draw a card. Well, no. Let's do exact damage. Then we can thwart for 2, thwart for 2, generate a resource, and play battery pack. So 2 threat, 1 charge, that's going to be 2 indirect damage. And 1 attack, once again blocked by Stinger. 1 encounter card. Special delivery. You may exhaust the Milano. If you do not, the villain attacks you with +1 attack. Okay. Now, use Giant Man, United We Stand. Oh, whoops. Rocket doesn't have the Avengers identity. This card is useless. It's just going to go to pay for stuff. Rocket's pistol. And then we'll go Squirrel Girl, which deals 1 damage. Rocket can thwart for 2. Squirrel Girl damages for 1. Pistols, each damage for 2. And we'll draw 5. So 1, 2, 1 attack, 1 charge, 1 encounter card. Exhaust your identity card. The villain attacks you. That can go on Goliath. Okay. So we will... So we can't stun the boss without getting rid of that card. It's got 2 strength and 1 science to get rid of it. Just go 1, 2, 3, 4 and play Nick Fury and draw 3. Let's go Milano and Avengers Mansion to play Rapid Response. Let's do some damage. Let's move a charge over from battery packs. 1, 2, 3, 4. Thwart for 2. And do I want to flip to Alter Ego here? I don't think so. Just go ahead and draw 4. Useless United We Stand. Deck building mistake. Got an attack which will go on Nick Fury. We got a charge on Badoon's ship. And we got an encounter card, which is Badoon Assassin, so he's going to attack with +2 attack. It's 1, 2, 3. Okay. Well, let's use the pistols. Let's use battery pack. Let's Actually, I think I wanted to rapid response Nick Fury back in. No, because he would just go away at the end of the round. That would be dumb. 1, 2, 3 for U.S. agent. And we'll thwart. U.S. agent. We'll flip. We'll use Rocket, discard a tech upgrade, and draw 2 cards. We'll discard Rocket's pistol. And we'll salvage and helicarrier to play particle cannon, and we'll get a tech upgrade back to the top of the deck. Probably Rocket's pistol. Though I'd actually prefer battery pack. There isn't any. Okay, we'll recover with Rocket. Draw 6. And we got 2 threat. We got a scheme by the villain. 1 counter. Villain schemes for 4. 1 more counter. That's 2 indirect damage. I think I'll put that on U.S. agent, actually. And then we got an encounter card, which is camouflage. Or, no, cannonade. Okay, for the hero phase, gonna heal Rocket up to full. Flip over to hero form. We'll use Rocket's pistol. Actually, before I flip over to hero form, I will heal, but I want to choose and discard a tech upgrade. That'll be battery pack. And draw 2 cards. Then we'll flip. And we'll use the pistol. And push the villain into phase 3. Discard the top 4 of the encounter deck. Each time a minion is discarded, put it into play, engage with the player who's engaged with the fewest minions. We got 1. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 2. So the assassin attacks for 3. We'll put that on U.S. agent, though he does have to survive for the retaliate to go off. So it wouldn't. We'll put that on Rocket then. And then the engineer, after he engages you, he adds 1 to charged up. And then we have particle cannon, which will destroy the engineer. And that's going to overkill. So we draw 1 damage. U.S. agent can attack and take care of the assassin. Definitely get out Hawkeye. I could use a battery pack back. I don't really have anything to play, though. I guess I can make the call for, like, Nick Fury. Go salvage and strength. Get battery pack back to the top of the deck and play Nick Fury with make the call. Draw 3. We can use Rocket's pistol to play battery pack. Use it to get a charge on particle cannon. Use Schadenfreude to play thruster boots. And I think that's going to be most of what I want to do. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, and draw 3. Okay, so 2 threat. Drang will attack Nick Fury. 1 charge. Grunt enters play but is immediately sniped by Hawkeye. Forced responses always come before responses, so we still get the encounter card. Then he dies to Hawkeye. And then we have 2 encounter cards to deal with. The villain attacks. Do I want to bring him back with rapid response? I think I will. Then we got one more encounter card, which is Power Siphon. Choose one. Exhaust the Milano. Spend 2 lightning resources. Discard 1 card at random from the first player's hand. We'll spend the 2 resources. Okay, for the hero phase, we'll just go 1, 2, 3 for Groot. And let's start getting some damage in. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. Battery pack, how to charge. Go 1, 2. 1, 1, 1, 2. Thwart for 3. Draw 4. Extra encounter card. Should be the last turn. 2 threat, 1 charge, 1 attack, which will go on Hawkeye, I think. If this activation is a scheme, this card gets... It's not a scheme, so just an attack. And then we got 2 encounter cards. First one, Badoon Sentry. Second one, the villain schemes. That's going to advance the scheme. Grunt enters play. Resolve the charged up. That's going to deal 2 indirect damage. And now we have the option of using the Milano to deal 3 damage to a minion. Okay. Well, for the hero phase, we'll just go Particle Cannon, Groot, Rocket, finish off the boss. No guards here, no problems. So the Milano is a great help, I would say. And it's likely intended to be, because I'm not sure that Rocket or Groot would be capable of beating these quests on Expert without it. Even so, we failed it twice. One of them was probably my fault, at least questionable play. I could have played more conservatively. The second one, just a bad hand, and I lost early. But I think Rocket, with this deck, beats this quest a reasonable amount of the time. So we'll see how far we can get. And if Rocket proves incapable of beating the quest on Expert difficulty, then we'll switch to Scarlet Witch and beat it with Scarlet Witch. But for now, we'll proceed to the next scenario. And the requirements for victory, let's see. I think I forgot to send... No, the Badoon Headhunter never came out. So we record what happened, because we get units that we can use to buy cards. So we record... one unit for each player. A number of units for each player equal to a maximum of 3, equal to the victory values of counter cards in the victory display. That would be 1. So that's 2 units total. 1 unit for each player if there are no minions in play. Could I have actually taken them out? No. Not without extending the game. 1 unit for each player if the main scheme is on stage 1B. Unfortunately, it is not. If Badoon Headhunter is in the victory display, mark the box beside Scenario 1 Brotherhood of Badoon and the Headhunter defeated. He was not defeated. And then we record the remaining HP of Rocket Raccoon, which is 4. Okay. So we'll get the next scenario set up and see how Rocket does against that. And thank you for watching.